Hello everybody, welcome to a new season of the i2i Motorsports O'Reilly Series here. Season 2, Round 1 comes to you live from Daytona here tonight. We've got 200 miles of racing ready to set off a new season in this series and more than 30 drivers in the field ready to get going for the first round of the season. It's myself, Ian O'Leary and Jim Cunningham bringing you the action here tonight from the i2i Motorsports new league kicking off tonight, and Jim, it's good to be alongside you for this one. The standard season start of Daytona, a few weeks after the real world start to the NASCAR season here at Daytona. We're doing the same here just a few weeks later. 200 miles around here tonight to kick off the season. That's quite a long race to begin this O'Reilly series, and it's going to be an interesting start, as it always is here at Daytona.
Yeah, it's good to be here with you, Ewan, and it's actually good to be back doing an i2i race. It's been a while. I guess it hadn't been that long, actually. I did the season finale of the trucks, but I don't get to do too many of these anymore, so it's good to be here. Always good to do a race with you. It's good to have i2i back running Xfinity cars. You know, you and I, when we first started this league, back more than a year ago now, I guess, they were running Xfinity cars back then, and then we went through a couple seasons of trucks, and we're back to doing some they're not Xfinities anymore. See, I'm still stuck in the past. I guess you're lucky I'm not calling them Busch series.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to be back and running these O'Reilly's cars now. Just something different. We've done plenty of truck racing over the past year or so it's good to have something different back out there. And I think it's going to be a good season. They really done it up. They drafted teams, and they had a live draft on their YouTube channel, and they drafted team members, and so they apparently the drivers are gonna having a lot of fun with it. So it should be a good interesting season.
Yeah, and it seems that.
Well, apparently we just lost you in there. Hope he didn't quit on me. Hopefully he'll be back in a second. So anyway, I'll chat. We're still just finishing up practice here. Got a few minutes left in the practice session, and then they're going to jump into lone qualifying. Let's see what we have here left in the session. Okay, yep, just about to start qualifying here in just a minute. Looks like we've got Ewan back now. That's good to see. I was nervous.
I misclicked and
that's okay.
and Discord went away. So sorry about that.
I've done that.
But haven't we all? Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, as I was about to say, it seems it has been well taken up by everybody over the off season and into the new season. We have had a 30th driver now set a lap time in this practice session. 31 drivers have been out on the racetrack now in this practice, although Nathan Merrifield is not actually going to get a time in by the end by the looks of things here, but that doesn't necessarily matter. It more matters where he gets to in qualifying. In case you weren't with us, by the way, in the truck series last season, I'll just tell you about the top 10 the point standings by the end of that season. Braden Craycraft took the victory. He had that sealed with at least a round to go. Not mathematically, but realistically did with 2 rounds to go, actually. He won by 54 points in the end in front of Ryan Simmons, who was only just leapfrogged Michael D'Adamo there on the final race of the season. Johnny Suggs and Tyler Miller rounded out the top 5. Chris Hunt got himself up to 6th with the last race of the season, leapfrogging Caleb Ross and Daniel Wing, who were tied in the end for 7th on 202 points. Trey Grober and Jacob Miller rounded out the field of those in the top 10 at least, with 32 drivers gaining points at some point throughout the long season. But we might well surpass that in one night here today. It's solo qualifying, as you were just saying there. Everybody's got 5 minutes to do their 2-lap time in qualifying. And as we always say at Daytona, may not be the most exciting thing to watch in the world, but there's definitely an art to doing this. And those who do it well will obviously end up at the front, and those who don't will end up quite a long way back. Even though the gaps are going to be very small all the way down the field, there will be a big difference between first and last here, between those who've done it well on this opening out lap and then the flying lap itself, and those who haven't done it so well.
Yeah, I think the secret here, obviously, well, it's not even, I wouldn't say it's a secret because everybody knows it pretty much. You pretty much run the high side really on your out lap, and a lot of guys will run it even on their first lap and just build up momentum, and then they drop it down to the bottom for that one final lap to get the fastest speed possible. That's generally the trick to qualifying here. I think the guys that don't run that momentum up top, it does hurt them a little bit,
Yeah, no, definitely. As we follow down the back straight, Cody Johnson, I believe, coming towards the end of...
Nathan Merrifield.
Nathan Merrifield, sorry, number one.
Well, here,
coming towards the end of
we can't do that. That's a bad idea.
First lap. There he is. Not quite running all the way next to the wall on this opening lap, but we'll be getting underway with his second lap now. Caleb Ross and Logan Yuko were the first ones over the line, by the way, both in the mid-50s, and they are going to stay at the top, although Johnny Suggs now leapfrogs them. Suggs was a big contender at stages throughout the Truck Series Championship, and looking to get the O'Reilly Series off to a good start now as well.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of the guys carried over from the Truck Series, but there's definitely some new guys in here, some new names. Not that I knew all of the names in the Truck Series, but I do have a favorite car, just for the record. I'm not sure why I like this car so much, but I really do. Of course, I say that and then you can't see it. Oh, there it is. Look at there. By the way, Braden told me he wanted to run the motor mouth livery on the car this season. So I turned him on to a special logo that no one's ever seen. Obviously, my logo's in the top corner up there. But this is, that's not the one.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to give me the hood camera, and it didn't do it. Do I have
hanging off the side here?
Yeah, do I have a hood camera? I don't even know if I have a hood camera. I'm going to have to fix that up. I do not have a hood camera. Anyway,
anyway,
we'll see it later. Yes, but anyway,
yeah. And you were sure, but you didn't have to pay him either. So
as far as you know, I didn't. No.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what you told me. Exactly. So there you go. But we'll be looking out for him over the course of the competition. Of course, James Tate has currently got the best lap time, 50.5. He's completed both, though. Joshua Parent hasn't completed both. Will still be going around. So will Cameron Saro and Michael Dadamo, Braden Craycraft as well. All those who are out there at the moment who have not yet completed their lap times. There's a bit of a O'Reilly Series looking leaderboard as well, indeed, on the top of the screen there as well.
Yes.
Making me dizzy.
Yeah. Well, we've got a few new pieces here that I'm trying to work in, and of course it's giving me fits just because it's all new. There we go. There's some lap times as everybody finishes.
Indeed, Craycraft goes to the top. Joshua Parent went to the top there briefly, but Craycraft overtakes him now and is currently on the pole just in time. He waited in that qualifying session to the very end, but he stretches his legs when it matters. And the Truck Series champion, reigning champion, I guess we can still say, in the i2i Motorsports Saturday League, he is the pole sitter for round one. Only 25 actually qualify here. There'll be plenty of if not pit starters, then certainly starters from the back end of the field as we go now to the race session. We'll bring up in a moment the starting grid here from Daytona.
That's an interesting camera angle. Let's see.
Show where that's from.
Well, it's apparently from the pace car, but I'm not really sure why it did that. That was interesting. Okay, so we don't have
weird.
that camera either.
No, that's unusual.
Yeah, that's a strange one. They must be running Yeah, they're not running the truck. That's why. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, working all the bugs out here, apparently.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
the first
let's get the grid going before I work you to death here.
Let's see then. Braden Craycraft taking the pole, the first race of the season. Joshua Parent, the other one who set a late lap time, gets there with him on the front row. So 2 late laps, first and second. James Tate was leading that session for a while, ends up third. We had all Toyota row 2 with David Harbottle on the second row there. Running up the top 5 is Jason Reeves, who's ahead of Zachary Tyler on row 3. Caleb Ross is next up. He finished tied 7th place in the points in the Truck Series last season. He's in front of Logan Euchre in 8th place. And then rounding out the top 10, it's Ryan Simmons and David Gallant who are running out the top 10, as I say. Devin Trusty is next in front of Brian Nash. And on row 7, Michael Dadamo, the driver who finished in 3rd place but was running second late on in the season in the Truck Series earlier this year. Nathan Merrifield is alongside him on row 7.
Patriotic livery he's got there.
Indeed, yeah. Although it looks muddy from that picture.
Kind of a little bit.
And Joe Nordine is very similar, it seems.
Well, that is a tribute livery to. I'm pretty sure that is a tribute livery to the late Greg Biffle. That was a livery color that he ran with the National Guard on it. That was probably his most famous livery that he ran. So that's so that's probably a tribute to him. He just passed away this past few months ago.
I didn't recognise that. Yeah, well spotted. Trevor Thomas, by the way, was next. He's decided to start from the pit lane, though, so he's going to be right the way back behind everybody listed here. Christopher Herr and Johnny Suggs, who are on row 9. Suggs, as I mentioned, a race winner from the Truck Series last season. Zach Tyndall and Chris Hone rounding out the top 20. Outside of that top 20, Chandler Howell is ahead of William Honeycutt on row 11. Cody Johnson and Cameron Saro are next. Cameron Saro 12th in the points from the Truck Series last season. Steve Cunningham, not sure any relation to you, Jim.
No.
He's 25th in front of
not that I know of.
Jesse James 27th in front of Jaden Bogner, who's on row 14. Top 30 covered by Daniel Wing and Sean Lester. And at the back end of the field, Mikey McConaughey is on the racetrack. Ronnie Clark is as well. They will start from the back. These guys definitely didn't set any times, though. Troy Grober, Daniel Wing did not get onto the grid at the moment. James Gauthier is out there, though. I believe, anyway.
Did you see the pronunciation of his name?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, I would say that's a very Louisiana-sounding name, and we would say that is Gaucher, but in Louisiana. But apparently it's what is it?
Gautier, yeah.
I'm going to struggle with that every time I do one of these races because I see that and I think Louisiana. I think Gaucher. Gautier.
Well, that's good.
All right, I got it. I don't.
It's good that we've definitely got that down for ahead of the new season, so that we can get everybody's name right, hopefully. And feel free to message us, by the way, if we're getting it wrong up until this point. But anyway, it's time for a new season of the i2i Motorsports O'Reilly Series. It's the Ironman 200 here from Daytona, and the new i2i Motorsports season is underway in Florida.
Right, we're off. Let's give him a little crank it up right here, why don't we? Boy, nothing like 30-something cars roaring around Daytona Speedway. Man,
absolutely.
I tell you, that's so fantastic.
Yeah, 32 officially starting here tonight from Daytona in the new i2i Motorsports season. What a great thing it is to see as well. Now, the O'Reilly Series is always very popular. In my experience, the most popular of the three big series in iRacing these days. But even so, still great on a Saturday night. A lot of competition, of course. Great to get over 30 in the field. At the front, it's Joshua Parent getting a nice push down the back there by David Harbottle, who just chopped in front of Braden Craycraft there with Parent. And now they lead coming off of turn 4 towards the end of lap number 2 here in a clean start, at least for the first 5 miles tonight.
Yeah, good start so far. It seemed like everybody kind of wanted to be down on that bottom row there, but I think both those lanes are going to be pretty equal here. It's just a matter of getting the right cars behind each other, ones that push well and ones that are, there's an art to being pushed. People don't realize that, Yeah, if you do it wrong, you really can cause a lot of problems, and obviously pushing is its own art. But as you can see, once those two got hooked up there, Craycraft and is that Tyler? Yeah, headed right to the lead there.
Yeah, Zachary Tyler, that is. But they're very even. I mean, these rows are pretty even. Oh, a little bit wobbly on the inside there. And we'll get away with it, but that will give the outside some momentum here as long as they can stay together. I do sense some nerves, I've got to say, early on here in the field. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to be all the way up here battling at the moment for the race lead, because there just seems to me, I can just sense a few new season nerves in this front group at the moment.
I do as well. I think I'd rather be up there than back here, though. If I'm being
honest. I'd rather be right off the back, to be honest, where somebody like, maybe not as far as Trevor Thomas, who's completely on his own, but maybe someone like Mark Dingman, who's lost 5 places already, but he's hanging right at the back at the moment, complete control of his own destiny at the moment. And can avoid anything going, look at these guys, this is where I'd be. Just hanging off the back. They're hanging on to the coattails of the slipstream, but they're not getting involved, really.
So we Trey Graber and Daniel Wing didn't take to the race. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be where Trevor is there. I got a feeling that's not going to work out well for him. He's a little too far off the pace. Good clean racing though so far. I have to say I'm excited to see that.
It's been a good start, absolutely. Always what you want at Daytona. These races can get very stop-start if you don't get off on a good foot, but they have done for the beginning of this race. Braden Craycraft going to be allowed to lead this lap. Well, say allowed. He is going to lead this lap.
They allowed him to.
Certainly not allowing him to, but he does lead it, and he does go to the bottom now as well. So abandoning those at the top who have been helping him for the last couple of moments, Joshua Parent and Zachary Tyler. I'll say that Joshua Parent is going to easily slip through on the inside. Look at the outside there, no help really. So the 5 on the inside there are definitely going to have the momentum now as well. It's all a game of momentum here and a game of pushing. Craycraft, though, goes back to join them at the top here. He's trying to take control of this race, trying to take control of both lines.
Not surprised by that. Let's be realistic. He dominated that truck series. He was. He had a little competition with was it Suggs and wasn't there? Yeah, there was one other guy that was pretty competitive, I think. But Braden, he dominated, and he carries, I'm sure, a lot of confidence with him. But. I don't know. I'm one of these guys. If I get somebody behind me, pushing me, I like to stick with somebody, especially if I can trust them. That jumping back and forth from lane to lane at a place like this seems like it could cause you trouble, because if you get up in front of somebody who doesn't know how to push, that's a problem. And they could wreck you quick.
It does feel to me like the days of where 10 years ago where Dale Earnhardt Jr. would get to the lead and just sort of bobbing between both lines for 50 laps at a time. Doesn't really happen anymore, to be honest. And you are much better off finding a drafting partner like that and sticking to a line. It does seem to be a better way of doing this. But so you do want to have that control at the front. You are right, though. It's Craycraft who's coming off onto this season with the biggest target on his back. 5 victories out the 8 races we had of the Truck Series last season. Stretching to the back end of last year and the start of this. Ryan Simmons, Johnny Suggs and Chris Hone shared the other 3 victories around. There were some photo finishes in there as well that Craycraft came on the right side of. There were some more dominant days for the driver of the 3 truck, but he is back with that target on his back. But this is all the hallmarks so far of a much more competitive season, a much closer season, a season in which it's going to be very, very unpredictable. And that's the encouraging thing, actually, about what we've seen so far tonight as well. Lots of new people for us to learn, lots of new names for us to see in i2i as well.
Yeah, and, I mean, the league went through a transition a while back, and some, they removed some members and added new guys. And, there was a little bit of a learning curve there, guys getting used to driving with each other, which is why they ran a couple seasons of trucks, just to get the guys familiar with racing around each other, because it is harder to race around each other in these cars than it is in the trucks. Although, that being said, with this recent update they did at the start of this particular iRacing season that we're in the last week of now, so 12 weeks ago, the trucks became significantly harder to drive. So that was a little aero change they did to them. Ooh, they're starting to move around and wiggle back there. Well, I'll tell you what, I see a lot of liveries out there. You know how I am. I'm a livery guy. I love these liveries. There's a lot of really cool liveries out here, the throwbacks to NASCAR, liveries, like the Hellman's Mayonnaise livery out there. That's a Dale Earnhardt Jr. livery he ran. They're wrecking
trouble.
in the back.
Trouble. Lap 10. Trouble at Daytona for the first time tonight. And there's 5 or so involved. There's Gauthier going for a half spin. He seems to be okay in terms of damage. There's definitely some damaged cars in the background. And there's one that's barely moving anymore on the inside there with some heavy right side damage coming to a stop down there. I think it's James. That is Gauthier. I thought he got away without damage, maybe. But
he was crab walking a little bit, I think. So
he is, yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to turn these on. This will help us out here. We got several meatballs out there too, by the way. I noticed a bunch of meatballs. So there's like 4 of them out there. Let's get a look at what happened here if we can. Not really sure who started this. We'll see what we got here. Focus on
it's Steve Cunningham, who it is exactly there. Steve Cunningham comes down on the Red Bull car, and some piling in behind.
Big car. I mean, that's some torn up race cars right there, man. That is no joke.
Yeah, that's engine smoke there. That's not just tire smoke.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. These are some beat up race cars. It looks like. Okay, so it was.
It's on James.
That's an
Cunningham comes down on James.
Yeah, that was James. I didn't.
In the Red Bull car.
Is he running the Red Bull livery? I guess he is.
Yep.
Huh? Let's go look at this from the chopper here.
And maybe 5 to 8 pile in with damage as well. Saw Bogner with a meatball flag. We saw Cody Johnson with one as well.
Lester.
We've seen Devin Trusty into pit lane already as well.
Let's see what Lester's involvement and how he got involved in this.
Didn't quite have anywhere to go. And somebody on the inside of him losing it as well.
Yeah.
Bit of contact with the wall.
Yeah, I saw him creeping down the infield here. He looked pretty tore up, and
He was the one who came to the stop, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, well, I mean, that's Daytona. It's going to happen. That's, kind of. So we'll see. Where are we at here? We're at 11 laps in, and apparently most of the guys are coming in. I think a few decided to stay out. I guess I'd come get gas here, but, staying out's not the worst thing either, man. Get up front, get some track position, try to maybe stay out of the, the old adage, cautions breed cautions, So none of these guys are taking tires, it looks like. The ones that they're coming in, they're just getting a splash of gas and topping off. I think one person, maybe Cody Johnson, might have taken tires. I wonder if that was intentional or if that was, just forgot to turn them off. By the way, I want to run this on the bottom of the screen here where we got a minute. One of our sponsors is Digital Race Engineer. And with Digital Race Engineer, you can actually control your entire car vocally. So when you're coming down pit road, you don't have to fiddle around and bother to remember to turn your tires off. All you have to do is say, fuel only, no tires, and it's done. So Cool features, by the way. So we have a link down in the bottom for Digital Race Engineer. Actually, I might not even have the thing on, but we do have a link down there for them. Go check them out, and it's free. They have a free version, same as Crew Chief. Well, I mean, it's free like Crew Chief, but much better. Go check them out. You'll enjoy it. I've been a paid customer for 2 years. I really have. I mean, they don't pay me a dime to promote them. They just give us some memberships to give away to people in the leagues. But I've been a paid customer for 2 years. I love it.
Yeah, great to have them with us, as, of course, and great to have everybody tuning in as well. I've not been able to get to anybody yet, but
yes.
Plenty of support coming in for people today.
I love
Jason supporting on Brian Nash, who was running up towards the front.
He's up there
of
now.
The field. Indeed is on the front of the field now. I was looking for him further down, but actually didn't stop there, so is leading the field around. Joshua Parent being cheered on in there as well. There's Cameron Saro being cheered on by somebody who wants to bring back the Bush Series, which as far as I can tell is just the same thing with a different name.
No, it is.
I
mean,
that's how nostalgia works, isn't it, I suppose?
There's probably plenty of people that want the Winston Cup back, but
I know, yeah. Was that way for a very long time indeed.
So the top 7 did not pit. I mean, which I don't think is an issue. I mean, tires here, you could practically run this whole race on a set of tires. I mean, so the splash of gas, certainly could extend them out if we get a long green flag run. At this point, let me look here. I believe if I'm not mistaken, first stage is at 35 laps. So it's so we're at lap 12. So we only have 23 more laps to the stage break. So I don't know. I don't know that I would have even got tires there. I mean, fuel there. I don't know that I would have given up that track position. I want to be up front. I want to stay out of the potential trouble.
Yeah, it depends whether I don't know whether we're limiting the fuel load for these guys this season again, or whether they've got a full tank. If they've got a full tank, then surely they can get to the stage.
I don't. Yeah, I doubt they got a full tank, but they didn't give us a little briefing, did they? We have to get on Trey about that. Where is Trey? Is he?
He's
somewhere?
in race control at the moment.
Is he? We ought to drag him in here and fuss at him.
We'll get him in at some point, but we're on the restart here. And it's Brian Nash in control indeed. So pit stops here for the first time at Daytona. It's going to give us a new look to the front of the field, and Brian Nash brings them back to the green. 13 laps complete from Daytona, and we're back underway.
Yeah, let's see if they can settle back in. They had a nice little green run there. They were, it was all pretty clean there for a while. So hopefully they can settle back in a little bit there. I wonder how much experience we see. This is what bothers me. All right, like for example, and it's not just because he's running the motor mouth car, although that is a wonderful livery. Oh, we got trouble already. Somebody's gone around. It's Howell, Christopher Howell. Is that right? No, Chandler Howell.
Chandler Howell. He was one of those who didn't stop. How on earth has that not caused a caution? My goodness me!
I don't think he hit anything.
It doesn't look like he's hit anything. I can't believe he didn't hit anything or nobody hit him. I can't believe. He was hit there, of course. But
oh my gosh!
Wow, he avoids being. He avoids everything there, and he's off the back of the field. But he survives at least to live another day. As Jason Reeves, by the way, takes the lead.
That's quite unfortunate for him, though, that no caution came out because no fault of his own. He got punted. I'm not really sure who it was that got him, but.
Looked like 99.
It did look like the 99. That's what I was thinking, too.
David Harbottle.
Is he back
qualified fourth. And that was the pass for the lead, by the way, a couple of moments ago. Jason Reeves now leads this race for Powerline Racing, by the way. Getting a good push here from Zachary Tyler. So this was a couple of moments ago. And Tyler pushing them to the lead. The Powerline Racing teammates in live pictures are 1 and 2. There they are. That was a nice push down the backstretch there that's gotten them into the lead and into second place.
All right, this could be a complete and total disaster, but let's see what happens. I just don't know where it's so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's another feature. I just didn't know where it was going to pop up on the screen because I didn't have time to position it earlier. I was putting in the team members right up to the last minute, and I may not have them all in yet. But, yeah, so we could take a look at how the teams are doing and where they're running in the race, which is, not quite as important here at Daytona because, somebody can move from the back to the front and vice versa pretty easily. But it should be fun throughout the season to take a look at the different teams as we go through the night.
I think it is important here at Daytona as well because it, matters who's paired up with who. And,
now that's true. Having your teammate pushing you like they got going on right here, more than likely they've practiced together, so they probably have some experience pushing each other.
Oh, that was very close on the high side.
Oh, Craycraft.
That was really close.
That was.
David Gallant there was, miscommunicating, I think, with his pusher on the outside. Who is that pushing him there? I think it's Joshua Parent. It is in the 22,
yes,
the rather
Parent,
fluorescent car you can see there. And then Craycraft next in line. That was pretty close between those two. They were close to an accident there.
Craycraft there for a second was 3 wide in the middle with cars weaving all over the place. I know that. I hate that expression, the old Code Brown moment. I literally hate that expression. But, for lack of a better term there, I'm sure that made him quite nervous.
Yeah.
See, that's part of the reason that I wouldn't have taken fuel right there. I just don't want to be back in the middle of that. You know what I mean? Like if I'm a car that's capable of staying up front, I would.
Now Tyler's going to get the lead here over Jason Reeves. So the Powerline drivers are occupying the front of both lines now, and as a team, that is a good place to be. Although there's 3 wide behind him. Contact with the wall. Craycraft out of control. He doesn't know which way to go at the moment. Oh, and in the wall again here. There's surely going to be trouble. Joshua Parent's in the wall again and again. It's going to cause a stack up down the line. It's caused trouble.
There it is.
In towards turn 1, and there it happens. 5 or so are going to be involved again here. Big smash up there.
Oh
70 got hit really hard by somebody there.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was
Ronnie Clark, who was hit. Don't know who by. They will have the biggest damage out of that.
Wow, man, what a shot! Holy cow! Oh, who was that? Let's see. Yeah, well, you called that. I mean, you saw that coming. Once they all started checking up, it was bound to happen. All right, let's see here. Who do we know that was involved in that? We know Tate was involved. Let's see. Let's start from here. We'll see how this goes.
I mean, it happens. It starts all the way down there. You see the chain reaction. There it works its way down. Somebody else finding the wall, and then eventually it was going to happen, unfortunately. And right about in the middle of the field here. But look at this.
Oh, that was a big shot right there, man.
Yeah.
That's the one I want to take a look at. I'd love to figure out who that is. Let me know if you can see that any better than I can. I'm kind of on a tiny screen here.
I can't see who actually made the contact. It was the 70 of Ronnie Clark who was hit hardest, but so I don't know who by.
Well, and let's do this, and we'll try to get a little closer angle on that maybe and see.
Oh, it was Clark initially. Actually, he was the first one in the wall too.
Yeah, he
gets hit once, twice.
Yeah, he's
3 times.
3 times, and then the big
and
one
here's
right
the 4th.
Here. Boom! I cannot see who that is.
Very well hidden in the purple there, and then they can't see where they're going, of course, because the
hood's
the bonnet's
up there.
on the roof.
The bonnet. I love that.
Don't laugh at me for that.
No, I love it.
That's what it's called.
You know what's funny? I say that now. Okay. I believe this is. Is it? I think is it McConaughey? No, it's not McConaughey. Lester? No.
Caleb Ross?
Maybe. Yes.
Nope.
No. That's not him.
There's somebody else involved in something else, I think.
Let's see.
Maybe Devin Trusty would be another guess. I think Ross is involved in this, but I don't think that is him making.
He's the one running.
Oh, he
down
goes
the
well to the inside. He's actually very unlucky to get caught up in this because he did the
hit
right
him.
thing.
he hit the 70. Oh, it's the cat car. That's going to be Is that Daniel Wing? Yes, Daniel Wing. He always runs a cat car. All right, now I got it. That's what I wanted. So now we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, and then we're going to go for a little ride.
Not a lot you can do from this kind of position when you see them in front of you like this. I mean, I've already been in the wall once.
Boom! Man, what a shot.
And then, yeah, can't see where he's going at all.
At all, yeah. Somebody mentioned in chat, don't forget Mr. Irrelevant Brian Nash running third. He's actually running second now, but all right, let's see here. Mr. Irrelevant, I guess was he the one that started tail end on the field?
Brian Nash started 12th.
No, he started 12th.
Yeah,
was
is
they calling
there an inside
Mr.
joke I'm
Irrelevant?
missing there?
Well, in the NFL draft, in football, in American football, the last person drafted is called Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so, and it's just kind of a joke thing, that's been around for years. And I was gathering that he was implying that Nash maybe started tail end on the field or something, and that's why he called him Mr. Irrelevant. So there must be some other joke. Please explain. Who is this, Jason? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he meant by that, but. So did we get any takers there? A few takers came in and got some fuel there. Yeah. Again, unless they're planning on staying out, or maybe they were involved and, had to go in and do a quick fast repair too. I wish that's what we could track in this. I wish we could track fast repair usage so we'd know when guys' fast repairs are gone. That would be very handy to have.
It would. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get that.
No, no way to track
from iRacing. Yeah, there's no way to track it at the moment. Trey Graber, but did get into YouTube chat to give us the information on the fuel, by the way. 75% of fuel is permitted this series. So can you get to 35 laps with a couple of cautions? Probably. Or maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. I would think that 75%. I would think 35 laps is a full tank. I should know that. I
think you'd be able to go a little bit further on a full tank, personally, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, clearly these guys are pretty confident because those who haven't stopped yet still out there. Brian Nash hasn't stopped yet, neither has Nathan Merrifield or Chris Hone. William Honeycutt hasn't stopped, neither has Christopher Hurt. They're all in the first 6 rows, actually, of this restart. You can see the race recap there. We're just over 1/4 distance, just over 50 miles complete, still 150 odd to go. And Zachary Tyler is going to lead us to the green in a moment after the end of our second caution.
It's funny. 2 cautions so far. Sometimes you wonder if these are just going to be a caution fest, but I don't really get that feeling at all. I mean, we're sure you're going to get cautions at Daytona. It's Daytona, But I don't know. I just got the feeling that this is. I think we're good. It's going to be a pretty good race. I really do. I got a good feeling about it. Let's see how the field's shaking up here before we go back.
As he's making the moves, Cameron Sarek, Chris Home, William Honeycutt, all similar in how many they've gained so far.
Yeah, pretty impressive this early on to move. Again, it's Daytona. You can kind of move up and down the field here a little bit. But pace car's off.
Yep, and here we go again. So Zachary Tyler is going to bring them to the green flag in car 44. And we are back underway here at Daytona. Only 13 laps to go until the end of the first stage of the new season now, by the way. And Zachary Tyler is going to have an advantage leading them onto it as somebody comes out the pit lane there, right in front of these guys, making their way towards turn 1. They will have to stay down below the apron, of course, because technically I guess we're back under green now. So
McConaughey.
They'll have to stay there down low. And look at the breakaway at the front as well. Here's a gap in the field here now.
There is. I imagine that probably won't last that long unless these guys all decide to line up. Like if Parent would go ahead and jump in there and There comes Craycraft up behind him. They're going to form 2 rows clearly, but they could have walked away and just taken this little group to the stage if they wanted to, but they're going to close right back up with them run side by side.
Yeah, the guys behind were pretty organised about seeing that happening and staying single file to close it as well, so it wasn't going to open. Parent as well was more interested with trying to get to the outside here, and Braden Craycraft now is a willing pusher. There goes Parent to the lead, getting his nose in front of Tyler in towards turn 1 on the second lap of this restart, pushed all the way by Braden Craycraft, the reigning champion.
Yeah, a little look from inside the car there, and you can see the severity of the banking. I tell you what, even as crazy as that camera angle looks, it really doesn't do it justice, man, let me tell you, because I've walked up the banking at Daytona before, and it's not easy. It really is not easy to walk up the banking there. And that's not because I'm fat. It's just it's very steep.
31 degrees, indeed, through the proper turns. Through the tribal, only 18, but still pretty severe.
Yeah, it is.
Compared to some racetracks.
Yeah. We were just at Charlotte last weekend. Our son, I gave him one of those NASCAR drive things where he got to do 20 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it was, even the banking there is steeper than you think it is, and it's not near as steep as here, obviously.
Absolutely. It's James Gautier's got a black flag for some reason.
What in the world?
I don't know where he would have got that from in the last few moments. He's 2 laps down at the moment, still running further down. Everybody who started is still running here, by the way. Even Daniel Wing, who didn't actually take the green flag, I think must have been disconnected just at the end of qualifying and towards the start of the race. He's about 5 laps down still, is Daniel Wing. He was caught up in that latest crash. Still going, though, so good that everybody is still going here after more than 50 miles of this race, where it would be easy for some to drop out, those who've had a bit of misfortune so far, but still a long way to go, and you never know what can happen. And there's still 30 cars here at Daytona vying for the season opening win.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I'm very excited for this. I don't know why I'm so pumped up. The reality is we call a lot of races, each and every week. But for some reason, I am really stoked about, these O'Reilly cars here at Daytona. And, I don't know. I'm pumped up about this.
It's a good start to the season, that's for sure. If you like your Superspeedway racing, by the way, we've got 3 in the first 8 rounds of this championship, and 3 of the first 7 point scoring rounds. Indeed, our Superspeedways will be at Atlanta on March 28th. I believe we're still using the modern Echo Park version.
Yeah, I'm assuming we are. I don't know that.
Yep.
He didn't say anything.
No, indeed, and. Talladega is going to be Talladega on round 8. I'll say the 7th points going around. The reason I mention that is because there's a non-point scoring event on the 11th of April at Miami Autodrome.
That's going to be crazy. Yeah. Have you called a race from there yet?
Not. Oh dear,
someone's
coming out the pit lane there. Not from the Miami Loop circuit that we are using. I've done the full F1 layout.
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a smaller version of that. Okay. Well, then I'm not too sure what to expect, but it should be quite interesting. The Formula One circuit would be brutal with these cars. It's not wide enough, I don't think, to.
Yeah, very technical.
Oh, very.
For these cars.
These cars are way too heavy and not nimble enough for that track at all. That would be.
Speaking of road courses, by the way, the Red Bull Ring is making a return.
Yeah, well.
Now traditional round of the i2i Motorsports Series.
I have to say, it's been fantastic. Every time we go there, it's great racing.
I managed to miss it twice.
You did?
I don't know what's happening. I seem to be something seems to be happening on Red Bull Week for the first 2 seasons. Hopefully, there's nothing happening on May 30th. I don't think there is. That means I have to miss it this time around. Hopefully, I don't get stuck down.
Yeah, no, we did. We did it at Xfinity the first season. We went there, and then we did it in the trucks as well.
Yeah.
And I think that I was involved in both of them, and don't even call that many of these races anymore.
No.
Look at this 3 wide right here. Look at
Yeah.
that. Oh, my goodness.
It's
It's
wrapping up.
Yeah, they're getting stirred
6
up.
to go until the end of the stage, and look at that. It's Gallant who's going to not quite get his nose in front, but Parent there moving around.
Tyler.
3 wide in the middle for Zachary Tyler there, who's making good progress in the middle there.
He's
and
flying.
Parent blocks him now. Tyler through the middle, trying to take this race lead away. He's almost got no help. Somehow he's got the momentum though, and he's working his way down to the low side. He's got himself from 3 wide, steaming through the middle towards the race lead now.
He is flying.
Oh, trouble. No caution. Down below the apron, and there's more trouble there. It's all happening down below the apron at the moment.
Got to be a caution, huh?
Now it happens, yep.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, I think, let's see what happened here. Oh.
Ronnie Clark hit round again.
470 again, man. He just got that thing fixed up, you know. He was the one that got absolutely, I mean, not that it was his fault, but Daniel Wing, that's the car that Daniel Wing just destroyed earlier. And now he's back out there and having more problems.
Yeah, and then the 60 actually brought out the caution coming up onto the racetrack. Wonder whether he hit anything here. He was a bit further back in the line. So as that car rejoined again,
back up,
came into the 60.
Who was that?
I don't know who it was actually. Yeah, who was with Clark there at all?
No, not Gaucher. Somebody, they got together. It's a 25. Who's a 25? Still.
25 is William Honeycutt.
Honeycutt, okay. So I think he bounced back up the track. Let's see what's going on. No.
So, as he comes back on again.
So then he rides back up and catches the 28. The only reason I know that's the 28, and who else? And that was the 60 that he ended up in the middle of the track. The only reason I know the 28 was the 28 is because that is that livery is a very famous NASCAR livery, one of the most famous in NASCAR history. So we are at lap 30. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so some of them are coming in, but mostly if you're outside the top 10, then they're coming in.
Sure.
If you're inside the top 10, you're going to try and take the points here because there'll be a dash for those points. So I think maybe 1 or 2 laps to go when we go back racing here. We'll see whether they then all come in after the stage, and then obviously those guys get replaced in the lead by those who are pitting now.
Well, I say that was the 28, was it? I don't even know that we have a 28 in the field.
Yeah, we do. Christopher Hurt.
That's it. Okay. Yep. So, I don't know if you know who that is, but that was have you heard of Davey Allison? Do you know who he was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Davey Allison's car, the 28. It was a Ford back in the day with that Texaco livery on it like that. And he obviously the son of Bobby Allison, one of the famous, NASCAR lineage guys from way back. That was his son, and he passed away in a helicopter crash. Well, there we go.
I don't recognise that as a Davey Allison car, I must say.
Yeah, no, that was his car. That was it. I don't know that he ever drove anything. I mean, he probably obviously did run some special car or something, but yeah, that was his scheme. The 28 Texaco Haviland car.
Can you show it again so that I can try and see if I'm just not been looking at it properly?
Yeah, that's the paint job.
I remember in the early. I say like I was watching in the early 90s.
Right?
I have since watched. I remember a darker card, sort of all black and then sort of orange writing around. Is that
maybe? I mean,
we won the Daytona 500 with a dark car. I'm sure he did.
He may have, but this was his main. This is his famous livery, though, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course he perished at in a helicopter crash at Talladega. I'm pretty sure it was Talladega. Very unfortunate. He would have been. He was going to be a great one. You know, he was already off to a great start in his career, and he was with a super strong team. That team that he was with was Robert Yates Racing. They, for years, were the best motor builder in NASCAR, so he would have had fast cars for a long time.
Yeah, 19 wins in 9 years.
Yeah, I mean, right, and some of those early years were obviously just cutting his teeth kind of years, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he started really, really young, you know. He wasn't like like some of these guys like Earnhardt, who was, 25, 27, whatever, when he started. Allison was probably like 17.
Yeah, 10% win record, just about.
Yeah,
pretty much bang on. That's not bad. Starts to wins ratio, 10%.
Yeah, and he was just coming into his prime at that time.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Anyway, bit of a history.
I was around for that.
I've since seen some of the racing from that.
I was definitely around
era.
for that.
It's one of my, as I've said before on this, one of the things that I do if there's no racing happening live. Watch something from the 2000s or the 90s instead.
Did you, real quick, we won't talk about it very much, but did you watch any of the Formula One stuff so far yet this weekend?
Barely. I've seen the highlights. I'm still to get up so early.
Did you see Max
It's not a very good time in the UK.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Huh? That's true.
Meanwhile, 2 laps to go until the end of this first stage, and we're back under green again with Joshua Parent. He was aggressive on that late run there in that last green flag run to try and get the stage points. Now he's got 2 laps to fight over the stage win. You can see outside the top 10, everybody backing away. They're letting the top guys fight this first stage win of the season out.
Yeah, well, I probably want to stay out of what could be potential trouble here if they scrap hard enough for this. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see.
Dead level, these two pairs.
Oh, man.
Joshua Parent, Braden Craycraft, Johnny Suggs, Zachary Tyler. Zachary Tyler pushing Parent on the inside here, and Suggs and Craycraft, the rivals from the Truck Series last season, on the high side, and they haven't got anybody behind them. Whereas behind on the low side, Cameron Sarro's coming into this. He's now gained 20 places, by the way, as we get the final lap of this first stage.
Craycraft is trying to side draft to pick up some momentum there, and he's not getting any help behind him, and he's going backwards. I think this is going to come down to Parent and Zachary Tyler here.
Lap car.
That's a bad
lap car,
time
the
to be a lap
26
car.
in front of them, and that's only going to slow down the inside line further here. The top 2 get clear now. What's Craycraft going to do? He's going to jump beneath them, and he's underneath the 44.
No,
he's not underneath Parent, who's going to block him on the low side.
Yeah, but still, I was he had a nice run there too. He was. Well, it's not over yet. Wait a minute.
No, it's not over, and he's not boxed in either because Zachary Tyler's going backwards. Cameron Sarro's coming up here. I think he's happy to take third. Craycraft wants to try and take the stage win. Oh no, Sarro's indeed going to try and take second from him. That'll be a photo. Sarro might have got second there. He might have just got him for second. And trouble! Oh, just after the line. Just after the line, there's trouble. The 73 ended up in the wall pretty hard. That Brian Nash, all the guys got over the line cleanly, but obviously the damage still happens after the line, and Logan Euchre's got a meatball for that.
He does. I guess Brian Nash is not Mr. Irrelevant now, is he?
No, he'll be receiving some repairs now, I'd imagine.
He will indeed. Let's see what happened here with him.
So people slowing down at different rates there after the line, I think, is the problem.
All right, let's do this. We're going to go.
Logan Euchre, to be honest, didn't seem to get very much contact there to receive a meatball, to be honest. I think that's a bit unfortunate for the 12 car.
Sometimes that happens. The net code on these things sometimes does not work as must have got a little bump from behind, huh? He actually didn't really hit a lot, if I'm being honest.
No.
Let's see if he got a bump from behind.
I'll say that might be just the way people are slowing down in front. Maybe it is a bump from behind. The guy behind, the guy behind him gets bumped.
Right. The one car bumped the car that bumped him, which that was Nathan Merrifield in the that America livery, that patriotic livery that we talked about early on. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So Honeycutt, Honeycutt's got a black flag? Is that a pit road violation? That was.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He picked up a pit road violation. Golly. Talk about make your day bad, huh? Look at this car, would you? It's beat to heck.
There's Logan Yuka getting his fast repair as well. He got a meatball there from that crash.
Yeah.
So he didn't actually make a lot of contact, but
at least he had his fast repair. I mean, there can't be that many guys left with their fast repairs.
No, maybe not, especially further down the field.
So here comes all the guys that were up there battling. So now this is where there's going to be some people who stay out here. They pitted right before that was their plan, I think, was to get the track position.
A little bit of a lock-up from Craycraft. He gets it in, though. And, everybody who competed for those stage points is going to have to take a full tank of fuel here, if not 4 tyres as well. Don't think Craycraft did take any tyres there. And Parent is going to.
Not.
Oh, he took.
No,
did he take all 4? They must.
No, Craycraft didn't take any.
No. Parent took all 4.
Yeah,
like.
the top. Yes. Let's see. Well, here we'll show it here.
It's hard to tell just by looking at the pit times because
pull it up here. Watch. This will give us a better idea.
They're taking quite a lot of fuel, which is going to be confusing for this. But the top 4 in that list, by the way, stayed out here. So that you can say that with the lap since pit lane. But for Craycraft, it says fuel only as well as Zachary Tyler, Ryan Simmons. The thing is,
that's probably right, though.
With their pit stop times, they could have had time for 2 tyres, but we don't know that without watching.
Yes, that's true. They could have had. It would be close, though, to be honest. I think it's more like a 10 or 11 second pit stop to get 2. So I think that's probably pretty accurate. Again, this is all based strictly off of times. There's no iRacing, unfortunately, does not provide us with that information. So. It is based off times, but it's usually pretty accurate.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. But as I say, it's hard to tell because it is up to the drivers as to what to do. Don't want to get too sidetracked, Jim, but I don't know if you know this, but Great Britain are beating the USA at baseball.
Who is?
We are beating you. Like now.
Is it over?
Is it over? No, there's still more than half the game to go, but we're winning.
Okay. Let's talk about.
Sorry for getting so sidetracked.
No, that's okay. I'm all right.
Something in those pit stops reminded me to look at the score.
If we were beating Manchester United in soccer or something,
So I don't know if anybody's interested in listening, but I'm interested now.
Yeah, right.
Dear me.
Once this thing's over, I'm gonna go settle in with some snacks, and I'm gonna watch the Formula One race tonight. I am excited. Did you see Max spin, by the way?
I did see that. I did watch the highlights this morning to answer your question earlier.
I have never seen anybody's car snap around that fast. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, it was some kind of lockup in the, regeneration thing that they do. Yeah. But that was crazy, man. I mean, talk about a feeling helpless. That was insane.
That looked helpless there. Yeah, absolutely.
So just so you know, since I don't use too many different varieties of things, but we do have some cool options. Look, we could bring this down to the bottom like that if we wanted to.
I don't know whether I prefer it at the top or the bottom, to be honest.
I know. It kind of goes both ways, because if it's at the bottom, I have more room and I could bump it out to the full grid, you know. So, and then the little warnings just pop up over the logo over here, so when somebody goes, you know, as a wreck or whatever. I don't know. But I personally, I still am a big fan of the ticker. I don't know why, but that's just my thing.
Well, in the meantime, we are ready to go back green flag racing. 39 laps complete, so just about 100 miles to go here at Daytona. Black flags happening down the field. Jesse James, the latest of them to get one, but 23 cars on the lead lap from this first half of the race. About 10 lost, although most of those 10 are still running here in a very exciting opening round of the i2i Motorsports O'Reilly Series here this season. And the aggression in this second half of the race is turned up already as Joshua Parent heads through the middle, 3 wide.
There he goes.
Oh, and Craycraft's joining him. So, and Zachary Tyler's joining him as well. Is this a proper 3-lane run? Or the beginnings of a 3-lane run properly now. Gallant, I think, is trying to force him not to do that. Is that Gallant on the inside there? It is David Gallant.
Yeah.
I think trying to discourage Parent from doing it, but he hasn't succeeded. And Craycraft very close to getting turned in the wall there. And it required the car on the outside line there. That's Chris Hone to back out of it so that they could get clear. That was a lively opening lap to this second half of the race.
Indeed it was, man. That's pretty crazy. I think Chris Hone's the one that's running that Hellman's mayonnaise livery we talked about earlier that Junior ran. I believe he ran it in the Xfinity series back then. See, that's the thing. Do you call it the Xfinity series, even though it's now the O'Reilly series? Because it was Xfinity.
What, when referring to it in the past?
Yes.
Yeah, you refer to it with the modern name, even
with
when
the
it's
modern
in the past.
name. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that really gets confusing for me.
I mean, yeah, for someone of my era who doesn't actually remember it being not the Xfinity Series, yeah, it's going to take some quite getting used to.
Yeah, no, that's, Xfinity just seemed to fit. I mean,
it did, yeah.
Busch Series.
I didn't realise it was a brand initially.
Oh, you didn't?
Well, obviously, I say very young. I was quite young when I first heard of it. So yes, I didn't realise initially.
Well, they're a cable and internet provider in the United States. I don't know worldwide if they are. Look at the 95 taking it down low there. Trevor Thomas deciding going to make it 3 wide on the low side there.
Backs out of it. Zachary Tyler falls through the middle though, and there. He's going backwards pretty quickly is Thomas, and here through the middle now. Contact! He goes down below the double yellow. He's got to be careful coming back up now. Everybody has got to be aware of where he is. He's still down below the apron. He's done that very well, to be fair, because he's cost himself a lot of time. But no!
Oh, God, that was close.
Goodness. Someone coming out the pit lane there wasn't to know. Obviously, there was somebody running down the apron, and Thomas is just going to get out this completely. He is going to be out of the group.
Watch this. Yeah, that was horrible there. Okay, I got to do this just for the sake of doing it. Oh, I missed it.
That was very scary.
There it is.
Maybe it looked worse off board.
No, watch. Look at this. That's pretty bad. Oh, man, if you're not paying attention there, that would have got really bad. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. He decided to take it 3 wide there earlier, and he was right up here battling for the lead, and now he's going to be lucky if he can. He needs a caution just to catch the pack again.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think he'll get one in the next 37 laps, to be honest. The way that these guys, even though there's still nearly 40 laps to go and nearly 100 miles left.
Yeah.
The way that these guys are racing with intensity at the moment is quite startling, I think. The way they've been taking it 3 wide already, and that's why if I were Thomas at the moment, I would be feeling pretty confident that, I'm going to see another caution here, and I'm going to see the front of the race again here.
Yeah, and to be fair, it still will take quite a while for him to get lapped. Especially if he can find somebody loose out there that they can run together.
Zachary Tyler still on the inside here, with Parent on the outside. They're leading the two lines. Pushers at the moment are Chris Hone on the inside and Braden Craycraft on the outside. None of these four teammates at the moment. So it's every man for themselves. Alliance is being formed on the fly, but the two lines look pretty even as it stands.
They really do. I mean, they're just, it's nice side-by-side racing when they're too wide till somebody decides to, Daytona is wide enough for 3 wide, but it's sketchy, Whereas Talladega is wide enough that you can do 3 wide, and it's not even really that sketchy there.
Yeah.
What
I much prefer Talladega, I must say. Controversial, maybe.
Do you?
Yeah. For that reason.
There's plenty of people that like Talladega over Daytona. I mean, to be fair, Talladega was built to be a better Daytona. That was the whole point.
Yeah. Well, I think they succeeded, to be honest. I really dislike Atlanta, I must say, as a super speedway.
I like the old Atlanta myself. I like the worn-out surface where they got to search around for grip. We don't need any more super speedways,
And now that Kevin Harvick's retired, it would still be an interesting race. It was boring when he drove, to be fair. I do get that. But I seem to remember one race about 10 years ago. He led about 300 laps. wasn't very exciting, but so I can see it.
Junior used to get around that old track pretty good too.
Sorry?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. He used to get around
Now you're going back before my.
You didn't see
Junior
at all?
A little bit before.
Oh, okay.
I think he retired only a few years into my watching of NASCAR, to be honest. But
that was one of his tracks. He liked Atlanta. He liked tracks that you could run that really high line right up next to the wall. Darlington, Michigan, when the tires start to wear out. He liked those kind of tracks. So he loved that high, wide, and handsome line.
Well, there we go. Anyway, we've got sidetracked on Atlanta then. We're going there in 4 weeks, or 3 weeks for round 4 of this season. This is Daytona, though, and it has just calmed down a little bit in these last couple of moments of this stop, but they are still fighting hard for the lead. Zachary Tyler has now got it. Joshua Parent pushing it, and Braden Craycraft trying to take it off him on the outside line there, being pushed by Johnny Suggs, who's back at the front again.
I was going to say, we got Johnny Suggs just popped back up there. Let's see what his progression. Look at this, would you? Look at his progression through the race, would you? He's kind of been all over the place. Got some repairs twice. Spent some time in pit road twice there, doing some repairs, and he's been all over the place.
He's been doing the old repairing so I don't have to take my fast repair trick.
It looks that way, certainly, yeah.
Last stop was 1 minute 26.
Yeah, unless he took it, early on or something. But yeah, what a good run for Suggs to be back up here. He's extremely competitive, good driver, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. To see him up there contending for the win at the end of this thing. But he's had quite a journey tonight, I'm sure.
He has. It was on the photo finish of the first round of last season in the trucks.
I can't believe that he started that far back. I thought he was up closer to the front than that, but I guess not. He was back mid-pack there.
Nearly only low top 20 in qualifying. I mean, if you mess up qualifying here, it can be quite costly, given how close it is all the way down.
Everybody doesn't qualify well here, and a lot of people don't care to. For me, I always want to be up front. I just think there's less trouble up front.
I think 8 or 10 didn't actually qualify at all. To your point on that, lap traffic here is coming, and this could be the bit of danger here. On lap 50, because it's, as we mentioned before, not the widest of the super speedways. The 25 is ducked below the double yellows, but that's not going to happen for all of them. So where is that lap car out the front, and where is it going to be swallowed up? Here we go. It's going to go on the outside, and there's contact right in front of the field. The 54 hit into, and the big one happens behind. Look at this. The leaders, most of them involved on lap 50. You could see it happening. It always does. So it's the very first car to try and pass that lap car, goes straight into the side of it. And David Gallant, who was fighting at the front earlier, who was being lapped there. Not his fault, I don't think.
If you are a lapped car at Daytona, you have got to get down, man. There is no reason to stay up there like that. Man, I don't want to go on a rant here, but that was horrid.
Well, let's see a replay before we say anything else. So Gallant is up high here. Craycraft is on the outside there, and for me, this is complete. For me, for me, that is Craycraft misjudging that horribly.
No, he came down. The 54 came down on him.
I'm not sure he did. Let's see. Hold on, if there's another angle that's clearer here.
I mean, Craycraft was on that white line, but again, he shouldn't have been there to start with. But where's Craycraft at now?
Let's see who's moving around. But
I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah, that's a mess for him. All right, so this is gonna be the telling sign here.
Yeah.
He comes right down in front of him.
He does move a little bit. Yeah, he does move.
I mean, but my argument is, the cars move around. I mean, there's a lot of air up there. If you're a lap car and you see the field coming, what are you doing at the top of the track? That's the issue that I have. It may be controversial, we'll see. But we'll see if people find it to be controversial. I just think you've got no business being up there. I'm not sure who that was.
That's Gallant.
It was Gallant. Yeah. I want to, I want to say that he races in another series that I broadcast. That name is super familiar. Like, I want to say he's a road racer. If that is who I think it is, maybe I don't know if he has a lot of oval experience or not, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the guy can clearly drive. He was up front battling for the lead earlier in the race.
Yeah.
I think that he thought he was okay up there, but I think when the field is lapping you like that, you just got to get out of the way. You just slide down to the bottom, hug that line, and hopefully catch on to the end of the pack, and hopefully you make it. You can hang on. But oh man, how many good cars did we just mess up there, though?
I think properly taken out. I think as in properly taken out. Only Gallant really is taking long repairs. The others, I think, will have all been covered by fast repairs there.
Well, Christopher Howell is in there for a decent amount. Was he?
Howell.
Let's see what happened to him in this. So he's
Howell
up on the high side.
On the tail end of the lead lap. Yeah, going to be involved in this, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's right there. He
hasn't got a chance up there.
10th or 12th or something there.
Just at the end.
He was pretty good too. He got clipped from behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh hey.
He lifted off too early. The guys behind him wanted to keep accelerating, carry on, accelerate past the crash, and he'd started to let off as he'd seen the caution and was hit behind.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate for him, and he's in there. But again, I don't know if he's got a fast repair or not, but but he's also got a black flag. So that's a mess. And who else is that in there? That's the 25. Who is this? Is he getting service? Logan Euchre's got a black flag as well. He's been in pit road several times tonight.
He certainly has. Yeah. Euchre, third time, not most of anybody.
No,
David Hobbles have been in there 7.
It just seems like, we saw him smoking, limping in, and he used his fast repair. We know he used his fast repair because we watched him use it. I remember that.
I'm amazed, by the way. Braden Craycraft's been able to pop into YouTube chat to argue with me. That's quite impressive. No way that's on me. I think probably seeing the replay, I don't think it is actually. Now I've seen that replay from on board.
And just for the record, just because he's running a motor mouth livery, if I thought he was at if I thought he was at fault there, I'd rip the shit out of him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would. Yeah, anybody that knows me knows I tell it like it is. like I may rip you one week and praise you the next week. Just how I am. But, my thing is, and if that is David Galante, if it's who I think it is, I know the dude's got experience, and clearly he was fast earlier in the night. I just think that was just a bad decision that didn't work out well for a lot of people,
Yeah, I must say personally, I don't have a problem with him trying to stay on the racetrack, but yeah, he did seem to come off the wall from that onboard shot there. I think was the most telling, and that in the end has caused this caution, unfortunately, which has been brought out. We're going back green though with 27 to go. Nathan Merrifield in charge of the field this time. He didn't stop, and neither did any of the front four, and nobody from this camera angle anyway, seemingly anywhere near him as they get under green here.
No, there we go.
Going nowhere.
Well, they'll catch him because he ain't going to do much out there by himself. I tell you what, man, the front of this field looks completely different.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
a lot of the top cars were taken out in that crash.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them are still in the field, and probably some of them are, maybe several of them are okay. But, I mean, we're starting to see a few familiar cars. The 44 there has been up there battling, obviously all night. Zachary Tyler.
Yeah. On the outside. And caution again. Not involving the leaders this time, but caution is out.
I wonder what that was.
Further down the field for an incident. So what's that, number 5 of the night, is it? Number 6? Something like that.
Well, let's see. It looks like maybe Joshua Parent was involved in this. Or did he avoid it?
He was, yeah.
No, I think
Craycraft is turned.
Craycraft is torn.
Oh, and
no.
Parent and Craycraft in the wall. And if they've just both taken their fast repair, we could be in trouble with a couple of our top contenders here.
Yep. I think that's what we're going to see because,
whoa, that's bad.
That's bad, yeah. Oh, no, car won't even turn. He's going to have to tow it. Or maybe not, but he's going to.
No, he's still driving it.
Well, he's trying.
He's not even pitted yet. Yeah, Parent must have taken his fast repair last time round.
Yeah. Oh, look at this wheel, would you? Holy cow. This thing is jacked. Oh, man. Where's Craycraft at? Let's see how bad he is. Oh, he's jacked up, too. Look. Yeah, now they're going to go sit on pit road now for a while. I mean.
They might well do if they've used their fast repair, yeah.
Well, they did. We certainly know Craycraft did because he was just tore up. So I think both of them did. What is Logan Euchre's wheels all jacked over too, huh? Unless that's where they run their wheel. I don't run my wheel there, but some guys do.
Well, I have noticed tonight a couple of them running it off center.
See, it's completely different styles with that, but that's more of a normal wheel there for NASCAR. What you're seeing, if these cars that are not tore up, all the wheels seem to be the same. And then we get back here to the ones that are tore up, and they're kind of going the other way. But
live, by the way, some stops here happening under the caution. We'll see how long some of them are.
I'll
not
tell you
many
what,
of them
some
are
of these might be
to a
good
stop
stops. Because we're in that window now. We're getting
these have
close.
got to be last stops.
Yeah. Cody Johnson's got a black flag on top of, I'm assuming, yes, with the time he's in there already, we're already into the, you know what, I could show this. I even colored this a pretty color so that I would know to do it, and then I still didn't do it. This will give us an idea how long some of these guys are spending on pit road. As we can see, Craycraft down there at 59, 60 seconds. So, there's obviously a strategy to getting your car repaired under these cautions and stuff like that. And, we're going to see. But I think those cars were pretty tore up if I'm.
Yeah, I think so.
But I tell you who I don't see down there is Parent. So he must not have used his fast repair because he's squared away now. Look. His wheel's right back where the rest of them are.
Yep.
So he had not used his apparently.
No. Joe Nordine has been able to cover all of that stop under the pace car without actually having to just about jump out in front. Logan Euchre as well. But Craycraft, Trusty and Johnson are all in there waiting to see the pace car come round at the moment, and waiting to see if they can just nip out in front of it, or are they just going to accept it here that they're going to fall laps down. This is the moment for Craycraft here. How bad is the damage? He is going to fight, so he is going to fight on.
He ain't fixed. Look at the front end on that car. You can still see the damage on the nose of that car. Let's see what his wheel looks like now. Oh, no.
A bit better.
So, well, but so what he's probably going to try to do is go back in, get ahead of, fly around, and try to maybe do one more. Let's see where is the pace car? Let's see what they are looking at here. Lights are still on, so he's got another lap. So if he gets far enough ahead, he could potentially get another, 30, 40 seconds, 50 seconds of repairs done. I tell you what, one of the things that I absolutely love about NASCAR that a lot, and you certainly do get this because you broadcast plenty of NASCAR races, but a lot of people don't understand that aren't NASCAR people is the beauty in the strategy of working these pit stops.
Whoa, don't get a black flag.
Did he get one?
Don't think so, but he was very fast.
So, working these pit stops and fixing your car and staying in contention. You know what I mean? Like, people that don't understand NASCAR just think it's going in circles. But, the ability to work on your car while under these pit stops, and that's an art, man. Interesting, though. He's getting 4 tires here.
I don't think that was on purpose.
Yeah, probably not. Because that's going to cost him some of his good, valuable repair time there.
Almost all of it.
Yeah, well, let's see where they're at here. No, he's still got. He's still going to get a little bit, but
a good percentage gone to the to the tires.
He did lose. Yeah, he did lose. 15 seconds of it for sure. Let's watch him here just for the heck of it. Let's see.
There he goes, pops out.
There he goes.
Just in time.
Wheels getting further around every time.
Yeah.
It's working its way around. Well, what he needs to do is, or what he's hoping to do here is, he's going to tag onto the back of the field. He's going to try to hang on. He's going to try to keep the car out of trouble, and he's hoping for a quick caution. He gets a quick caution here, 10 laps or so, if he can, if the car's drivable enough to stay with the field. Just working the system, to me, that's an art that a lot of people don't get about NASCAR. The ability to work on your car like that and stay on the lap and just kind of do it over time and make it happen. I'll never forget the first race I ever called with somebody that you and I have both worked with. I'm not going to mention his name, but it's not an insult. He just didn't know. And the guy wrecked on lap 10 or something, and he said, race over, because if, in most of the racing that we broadcast, if you wreck, it is race over. And I said, no, not necessarily. I said, and so I explained how it all worked and everything. Sure enough, the guy worked the system the entire race, fixed his car over like 9 pit stops during the race, and ultimately came back and won the race. It couldn't have been a more perfect, like to show him that, and he has a completely different attitude about it now because he gets it,
Yeah. No, it is completely different style of race. And what a shame it's been out of the real sport for quite a few years up until this point. I think it's just, was it for last season or this season where it's been, there's no longer a time limit on the amount of time you can spend repairing a car before sending it back out again these days in the top series. So that's a good thing as well, but obviously no such rule ever in this series. As we come back to the green with 22 laps remaining, getting towards the business end here at Daytona, as the final stops are being made for some, not for Nathan Merrifield though. He's pitted before the halfway mark, and I'd be surprised if he goes to the end, but he leads the field to the green in any case.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. I don't know if he just needed to lead a lap, wanted to point, or whatever. Interesting choice, though, because you're not getting home from here, and everybody else pitted. Why wouldn't you?
Where is everybody?
Well, they're spread out a little bit.
They're very spread out here on this restart. Look at this.
Widen it out here a little bit and see where we're at.
No organisation at all.
No, this is kind of crazy, actually. Yeah, we probably don't want to go that wide.
Need more binoculars.
Where
is everybody?
Like
this is
race.
bizarre.
You can call it like a horse race. I can see you calling horse races too. By the way, that's just
it's quite a similar pacing to this sort of thing.
Yeah, if you're good at it. I mean, like you, I can't pace like that. I tell everybody I thought I was going to be brilliant. When I first got into this, I thought I was going to be this great play-by-play guy, because I like to talk, hence the name Motormouth Broadcasting. But, yeah, I suck at play-by-play. It's not my forte at all. Ooh,
I might struggle with some of the, joke horse names. I don't know if there's a thing in America that all the horses are just jokes, but in England anyway, because we're an unserious place, the horses are all jokes.
Like what?
Like the name.
Give me an example of just.
Oh, I couldn't give you. I'll send you a field when I've got a bit.
No, for the most part, I mean they have some strange names here, but no, for the most part they take them. It's serious,
The entry, as it's called, I suppose, is the horse.
Yeah.
Is for the most part, I would say 50% of the field is given a complete joke name, and I would find that funny when I need to be serious. So there you go. 20 laps to go currently in this one. Zachary Tyler's up the front again when it matters.
Yep.
And 19 to go at the line. He is there or thereabouts again. That's a few people catching back up again here. They've worked well in the background there to regain this lead group, and we are lined up again with a few more cars than what it seemed that we were going to have off at the start of this race, or this run, sorry.
Yeah, they're slowly gathering back up. Where's Craycraft? He's off the pace bad. Yeah. He needs a caution. Bad. Like I do kind of want to see. Oh, he is way off the pace. Let's see. That super wide fan shot is. I'm trying to figure out where he's at in relation to the field.
I mean, dear, we got Mark Dimman off the road, by the way. He has brought out a caution here.
Oh, Dingman did? Let's see.
Well, he was off the road anyway, so wonder whether he was involved. Big hit. Goodness.
Oh, my God.
Dimman wasn't actually the one involved in the end, but he had to avoid. That was a big hit through turns 1 and 2.
Was that Gaucher was involved? Or no,
Devin Trusty was the 26th, the other one. I don't know who actually hit the wall.
I knew I was going to call it Gaucher. How do you, Gautier?
Gautier.
Yeah. Can't help myself.
That's just a bad push.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and I mean, that happens, I mean, it really does. But, if I were working with the Red Deck announcer, Jake Reeves, he would issue the warning right now because he would be knowing what was coming. And so he would say to cover your eyes, hide your wife and your kids' eyes, and if your ex-wife's there, hide her eyes too.
Goodness me, it's a big hit. Frank Gautier, by the way, in YouTube chat. Good evening to him. Gautier is hard for people to pronounce the way we pronounce it, he says.
So
where are you from, Frank? Tell us.
Yeah, where are you from? Because in Louisiana,
not your address.
No, yeah. Give us your mailing address, please.
Realised as I said that, I'm not asking for your address, just the general area.
Stop. I wanted to do the onboard, and you're messing me up because you're making me laugh, and I couldn't get there in time.
Goodness me.
The states. A little more specific than that.
Not that unspecific either. I didn't.
That was classic right there. Well, Braden Craycraft, is he in the pits? He's not even in the pits. Why is he not in the pits?
No, he is. Craycraft's in.
Doesn't show it on the bottom. Oh, there he is.
There he is. He's just come through now. Yeah.
Yeah, Boston.
Boston.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I'm originally from Louisiana, and the French, Louisiana Cajun French pronunciation of that would be gaucher. But I probably will butcher that name from now on just because it's in my heritage to say it differently. But yeah, it is. I guess it wouldn't be that difficult if I didn't have it beat into my head for my whole life that was gaucher.
Yeah. Well, there we go. There's the answer.
That was hilarious.
Almost as far as possible from Louisiana in America.
Yeah, really, yeah. I mean, that's pretty far, especially culturally. You know, like there's a huge difference between, southern Louisiana and Boston. You know, I mean, culturally, you probably couldn't get much further. You know, if I'm being honest.
It's a very big place, America, as I'm continuing to learn. Well, I did already know, but it is.
What kills me is that you guys can drive or catch a train or whatever, and be 5 or 7, 8 hours and be in several different countries. 12 hours, whatever. I mean, hell, if you you could drive across Texas, and it could take you almost 24 hours to cross Texas.
Yeah, that's it. I do. I guess it's just horses for courses, but I like the way we have it here. The way you can.
No, I think it's cool. I mean, you
can almost be in a different world in hours.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, how many
like
racetracks are within, say, 5 hours of you? Pretty major, kind of major-ish racetracks.
I would say. I'd say I probably need two hands. Probably.
Okay.
I don't know the number specifically.
So
but,
where I'm at in Texas, I've got Circuit of the Americas and Texas Motor Speedway are the two big ones. And obviously there's going to be a street circuit in Dallas also this year for the Indy cars. But and that's it. And that's 5 hours, I mean, Las Vegas is over a 24-hour drive, To get to the Formula One race in Vegas, if you were driving, it's over 24 hours.
Yeah. 2.5 for me. Not to Vegas.
Right. Well, Circuit of the Americas is about 3 hours for me.
Right. Yeah.
So, as far as that goes, I'm lucky enough I got a World Endurance Challenge and a Formula One race within 3 hours of me, so that's cool.
That is good. Unfortunately, the days of having a World Endurance race in England has gone away for the last few years, unfortunately. But
none? They don't race Silverstone?
They haven't raced Silverstone for a few years now, no.
Oh.
It's been 2 races in Italy instead.
Oh, they do
which is a bit unfair.
European Le Mans series there, though.
Yeah. No, that is there pretty regularly. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked again by geography.
It's caution flag. We're okay.
Yeah, exactly. We're fine.
15
to go here from Daytona. Craycraft, by the way, another couple of stops there. One stop only this time around. 1.5 minutes, though. I don't think that car's fully repaired yet still as we go back to the green again. 15 laps to go from Daytona as we decide the race winner of the opening round of the i2i O'Reilly Series here this season. It's gone a bit dark, I've got to say, towards the end of this race tonight. Getting out front, Zachary Tyler on this restart.
So it's a little after 6 p.m. Yeah, should be in May 15th. I mean, that should be pretty daylight. It should stay daylight till about 7:30 or 8 o'clock in Florida at that time of the year. Track temperatures have come down a little bit. Not that that's hugely important, but
just worth noting. This is much more like what a restart you'd expect to see, though. For whatever reason, there was no organisation on the previous restart there that allowed sort of 8 drivers to just get away, but they were pegged back in the end. But this is a bit more like it here. This is a bit more like what we're expecting to see to the end here, and the intensity is going to ramp up from now until the finish, absolutely.
Yeah, we're getting into the nitty-gritty here now. 14 laps to go. Starting to see some of the guys that were, a couple anyway, that were up front earlier that are kind of getting back, working their way back up there. Suggs is on his way back up, it looks like. But yeah, we lost a lot of good cars. I mean, they may still be running, but, they're damaged and beat up. But welcome to Daytona.
Well, absolutely. Still 21 on the lead lap, although Mark Dingman is being caught very quickly here, and so he's got a decision to make as to where he's going to go as a lap car in a moment. Behind that, there's not too many lap cars running anymore. Chandler Howell's unfortunately out of the race. David Gallett's been in the pit lane since that incident. William Honeycutt for a similar amount of time. Daniel Wing's out the race. Caleb Ross disconnected earlier. Ronnie Clark's out the race as well. But we do still have a decent number, well more than 20 still in the field. What is Dingman going to do here, though, as he is a lap car hit? Somebody really needs to turn these floodlights on. But anyway.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's very dark. Dingman, though, is still on the racetrack for the moment. The leaders aren't that close to him yet. We'll see what he decides to do here in just a minute.
Yeah, this is a good battle up here. Merrifield's hanging on pretty good for not pitting there, I just don't think that he can go all the way on fuel. That seems like a bit of a reach.
Well, have there been enough cautions now for him to be able to do that, I suppose?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I would got to think at this point he's obviously going to try it, or he would have pitted.
There goes Dingman. So Dingman gets out the way. Got to be careful. Oh, whoa, on the inside of turn 3. So that's why I'm not always a massive fan of going to the apron there, because you do forget how much speed you're carrying, and it's completely flat down there, of course, so you can come barreling up the racetrack straight into everybody. But, there's no easy way to do it, really. But anyway, He did that well. And 11 to go. We're clear of lap traffic for the moment. Next one would be Braden Craycraft, who's still not got the speed to stay with the group.
No, is he... Oh, yeah, he's way off the pace there. He's just hanging on at this point. He needs at least one more caution.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get top 20 points. I don't think that's anything too bad at Daytona in the first round, to be honest.
No,
He'll be a championship contender by the end of this season, and there'll be more races down the line where he's more in control of his own destiny.
Yes. Yeah, that certainly was tough there. But, again, I'm not 100% writing him off here. If we get another caution and he gets that car tuned up a little bit more, he can come back in here and get a top 15, top 10 even, I've seen crazier things happen. It's like old Dale Earnhardt one time totally flipped his car, I believe, at Daytona. Got out, got in the ambulance, looked at the car, got back out of the ambulance, got back in the car and drove it back to the pits and finished the race.
Yeah, it's one of those circuits you just got to persevere for. One of those races, really. He's got to persevere, got to carry on.
I tell you what, they seem to have calmed down a little bit, don't they? It's
steady.
Easy.
Say things like that.
No, I mean, I'm just speaking what I'm seeing. The chaos is, it's coming. Of course, but I'm shocked that it's not happening already, to be honest with you.
Hello.
Oh,
3 wide.
The
one is now being removed. Nathan Merrifield has been out there for a very long time, and he's now at the top of a 3 wide moment. He's going to be let in after 3 go past him, but now leading the outside, Jaden Bogner, who got a meatball flag, I think, in one of the first cautions, if not the first caution of the day, is now coming through to try and lead this race with under 10 to go.
Look at this 60 car. We've seen him in a couple of incidents tonight.
Absolutely level over the line there, Tyler and Bogner. Not sure who would have been credited with that lap led. But these front six look like the contenders at the moment. Ryan Simmons, Joe Nordine, Cameron Sarro and Johnny Suggs are the other ones, by the way. Haven't spoken at all about Ryan Simmons yet tonight. Qualified inside the top 10. Has been very quiet. Finished second in the points, though, in the Truck Series last season. And he's ghosted his way to a real strong result here.
I'm sorry, I saw Jesse James had an issue, but apparently he did not bring out the caution flag with 8 laps to go. I'm not even going to go take a look at it now, but we can see he's in pit road there. But I was totally watching that incident. Were you talking about Bogner there? Is that who you were talking about?
I was talking about Ryan Simmons, who we haven't talked about so far, and is suddenly fighting for the win here.
And he was, you said, second in truck points last year?
Yep.
I thought, okay, so Suggs was third then, or what?
No, Suggs actually dropped away towards the end of the season, finished in 4th place by the end of the season after being the initial early challenger to Braden Craycraft. Simmons got ahead of Michael D'Adamo on the final race of the season. Michael D'Adamo, for his part, by the way, is still running, but he's 14 laps down at the moment, all the way down in 26th.
Yep, getting them points. It's a long season, you know. Oh, they're coming up on Craycraft fast.
Oh, dear. One of them gets out the way. One of them throws themselves in the grass, actually. But Tyler there making a big move to the outside line. And Craycraft does indeed move out the way as well. So he now goes 1 lap down. Again, it's just about the points for him at the moment. The intensity, though, is sky high in this group. 6 to go. Tyler's now trying to seemingly control both lines. And it's difficult to do that. There he goes, up to the high side to make that block.
Yeah, that's definitely tough to do.
He's now got the inside, though. He's not done it yet. He needs to go to the inside early. He needs to block off the 60 initially and then also block Bogner. But Bogner, after trying to go around the outside of Tyler, has switched to the inside, and now he's got the lead. Is he going to be leading with 5 to go? It looks like he is. Driver who got a meatball ages ago, Jaden Bogner, still going, now leading with 5 to go.
Yeah, doing a good job. I mean, he's, running strong up there. Car's strong. If I'm Zachary Tyler, I don't know that I'm trying to control every lane here. I want to find me a running partner, and let's get 2 or 3 of us hooked up and let's go.
Just turn the lights on.
Yeah, apparently, sunshine-wise, they did. That is crazy, huh?
It's like a light switch. Tyler takes the lead into 3, but abandoning him on the outside, Joe Nordine in that 60. It depends what angle we're on, actually. It seems, isn't it? Half the circuit, different to the other half. Bobbing around. We're almost 3 wide, almost up in the wall. 4 to go. This is a good run at the moment. Exciting racing as the first round of the i2i O'Reilly Series comes towards a close here at Daytona. It's the Ironman 200. Joe Nordine leads in the 60, pushed by Zachary Tyler. On the outside, Johnny Suggs looking for a run as well. Another lap car to contend with before the finish. 3 wide in the background. That is in the background, the 22 of Joshua Parent. And he's going to be stuck here. He's going to get stuck. He's going to have to tuck back in again. There's trouble! Trouble! The 28 car goes around after being hit into the side. That's Christopher Hurt. And caution flies. We're going into overtime in the first round of the season.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Again, that lapped car on the high side there, not necessarily doing anything wrong, but, I just don't think that's the place to be. I mean, it just seems to cause grief here.
Yeah, it's always trouble when the lap cars stay up there. And it happens further down. It's almost a reaction to that. It's not actually the lap car itself, but her actually is it Christopher Hurt? Somebody anyway gets turned in that group, and does everybody slow down here safely? I think so. Everybody trying not to blow straight past the pace car, but yeah, that car on the outside just turned there into the
Cheez-It car there.
To 16.
16, yeah. Which, by the way, is also a tribute to Greg Biffle. The 16 was his number, and he ran the Cheez-It livery.
I do have more of a recollection of that, I must say. Yeah, Cody Johnson, that is.
Yeah. Man, what a mess there. Well, fixing to get really exciting now.
It'll be overtime. Yeah, I think he was just trying to slow down there.
Yeah,
but
I was trying to find where's. I was trying to figure out what was going on with Cody Johnson there, but where is he at? On the running order, there he is. All right, let's see what happened here. So lap car, 22 comes down. Okay, so he actually got hooked by the 99 there. I'm not saying it was necessarily 99's fault, but the 99 caught his quarter panel there and got him around. Where's the 99? Let's go look at that from his point of view now. And we'll do that from here.
Yeah.
I might, I'm gonna leave that one as that was a bit of a racing incident, but I kind of believe that was a little bit on the 99 there.
Yeah, it felt like it. I mean,
it's
you don't want to make contact that part of the corner.
4 laps to go at Daytona. It's gonna happen, but yeah. So I'm just looking here at the top, cars here. Where did Suggs go?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Oh, he's in second.
Oh, that's right.
He went forward.
Harbottle and Craycraft are the only ones, by the way, on the lead lap who have pitted here. Craycraft getting the lead, the wave around there, so he's back on, or the free pass, I should say.
Yep.
So he is back on the lead lap again, and there's another couple of positions. So it just shows you why it's worth carrying on always, because there's always a couple of positions on the cards.
He's not done yet. Let's just see. He's fixing to get another, 30 seconds of repairs or whatever. They're all just
needs to be fast enough to stay in the group, doesn't he?
Yeah, just tag along. I mean, at this point, he's not going to get lapped in 2 laps. So no matter what, he's fixing to get, like you said, now it's going to be top 18 points, and if he manages to get enough to pass somebody, which he's pulling out now, he got another 30 seconds-ish worth of repairs there, so.
So it's just going to be points collecting for Braden Craycraft. You still see the rear end damage there.
Oh, yeah. No, that car was tore up bad.
Yeah.
Look at the steering wheel now, though.
Yeah. At least the steering wheel
is progression of the steering wheel.
That's
pretty funny, though. If we'd have got little shots of that, it's like a clock as it worked its way back around. Yeah.
Or a time lapse, rather.
Yeah, time lapse, yeah.
So he'll be the last of the 18 on the lead lap here.
Yes.
For this. There are still 24 cars running, I believe, in the field as we get to overtime. And by the way, in terms of a time limit, we're not in any danger. 35 minutes still remaining on the race. So we will be able to get these overtime attempts in, you'd imagine. However many are required. Based on what we've seen so far, I'm going to go ahead and say this is going to be the race, this attempt here. But let's wait and see what happens. Everyone's going to be very excited, of course, to battle it out for the win, obviously.
Yeah, I tell you, there's a couple of guys up there. Suggs, though, he's just quietly kind of worked his way up there. Now he's right there in position. I guess he's part of that Spartan racing team, right?
The front two both are, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Braden's team as well.
There you go.
God, that's a pretty strong team, huh?
That is a strong team, absolutely. Hadn't seen much of Joe Nordine before tonight, but clearly is very good here at Daytona. He's going to lead the field to the green on the last restart of the day, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah. We've completed 80 laps now. 200 miles complete as of now. But we've got 2 to go. It's overtime at Daytona. Inside line going nowhere here. The organisation on the outside is going to get Johnny Suggs into a position to maybe challenge for the lead, although Zachary Tyler is doing a lot of the heavy lifting on his own here in the 44. But here come the guys on the outside. Look at that stack up here down the back straight.
Yeah, they're starting to really form up on that outside. I think they're going to get a little run here.
Again, Tyler very strong pushing on the low side there. Nordine benefiting in the 60. Off of turn 4. Less crowded at the front now as some people backing away. We are going to get the white flag. This race is official. One more lap to go at Daytona.
Good stuff here.
Nordine holding the inside. Look at this.
That's solid, man.
But the pusher who has got him to this position is now going to try and take the win off him right at the end. Zachary Tyler. Oh, trouble as the 22 of Joshua Parent goes to the inside. The field scrambles behind. Will stay green to the finish here. It's 3 wide as Johnny Suggs completely alone is going for the win. Zachary Tyler's therefore going to get no help. And here comes Jaden Bogner. Steve Cunningham's in this as well right now. Coming towards the line. Bogner gets to the outside of Nordine. It's going to be a photo finish at Daytona. Oh my goodness, that's close.
I don't know who won that.
That's so close. Joe Nordine, I think, is being scored as our winner by the barest of margins. It's less than 100th of a second over Jaden Bogner. It's a photo in the first round of the i2i O'Reilly Series, but I think it's Joe Nordine who wins the Ironman 200 at Daytona.
Wow.
This is unbelievably close.
Watch Suggs get up into the wall there. Look at this mess here.
After the line as well.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to find the best angle I can, but it's...
Going to be difficult to get the moment. Might be difficult to see with the naked eye, this finish. Might need a camera. Let me slow it down. It's this... Bogner had the run, but that little bit of contact there from Nordine just slowed the momentum enough. Try and just slowly edge it towards the line here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not... See, I see mine doesn't... Mine doesn't do that.
Okay. That's fast forward.
Yeah. Well, you know. Let's see if it'll let me jump back here. It usually does not. No, it doesn't. All right, one more, and I'm going to do it the proper way this time.
What a finish between the two of them.
That's insane. I really want to get a good, clear shot of it, but I don't know that there is one. You know, without it stopping it and adjusting the camera. Look at this. Here it is.
Here we go.
There we go. That's about as good as it's going to get right there. Look at them bumping each other.
Watch out for the line.
Oh, my gosh, man. He literally, that was absolutely insane.
Well, so we bring up the results. We'll be able to see what the actual gap was.
Yes.
Based on the timing screen I'm seeing at the moment, less than 100th of a second separating the front two.
So let's pull the results up here, and we'll see what we got.
It's that's the qualifying results, I think.
There you go. That's how. Well, we had to start there. Now we're finished.
Yeah, we did. 1,000th of a second. Look at that. Joe Nordine in the end. 7 laps led only. Leads the important one. Jaden Bogner had that meatball earlier, as I mentioned at the time. Remarkable result to come through to second. And Jim Cunningham. That's you.
Yes.
Steve Cunningham. Sorry, finishes third. Ahead of Zachary Tyler, Chris Hone, Johnny Suggs. They were the ones in the front group. The rest of them fell down behind. Brian Nash got back to 7th in the end there. Jason Reed, Zach Tyndall, David Harbolt rounded out the top 10. 11th to Joshua Parent, who went off on the last lap there. Ryan Simmons down to 12th there at late on after running quite well. Braden Craycraft got 13th, persevering. 13th. Wow, that's a lot of points that he would have missed if he'd have just given up. That's a very good drive. Sean Lester, Trevor Thomas round out the top 15. Also on the lead lap, James Tate. I don't think Christopher Herr was. Cameron Saro, Dave from Merrifield, one lap down as well. Mark Dingman and Cody Johnson just outside the top 20. Mikey McConaughey and Logan Euchre also got to the finish there on the racetrack. The guys further behind have more trouble. Michael Dadamo, Jesse James, Devon Trusty, James Gauthier, Chandler Howe, David Gallant, Daniel Wing, William Honeycutt, Caleb Ross, Roddy Clark. Trey Graber was our race control tonight, of course, and hopefully we'll be able to chat to him among others in the next few moments. But first of all, let's chat to tonight's race winner, Joe Nordine, here from Daytona. Joe, welcome in. Congratulations on winning this race, the first in the i2i O'Reilly Series here this season, by the smallest margin ever, really. Tell us about those last couple of laps there as you were leading them around.
Those last couple of laps were just so stressful. I can't thank my team enough, Johnny enough. Dude was absolutely pushing me. He kept the 44 behind me, staying on his outside. It's just an absolute total team effort.
I mean, what was the key to approaching those final two laps? Because from a commentary perspective, it looks all like a free-for-all that, you've just got to do your best to survive through. But was there a plan that you'd sort of devised for those final two laps as he led them onto the green?
Yeah, me and I wanted to get Johnny behind me, and we tried that. 44 was able to get up to my bumper, start pushing, and then we just wanted to maintain the lanes the best that we could. He was able, like I said, to just keep that 44 down long enough, and then just coming to the green, it was just pandemonium like Daytona can be.
Well, congratulations on taking the win tonight, Joe. It was a fantastic run at the end there for you to take the win by 1,000th of a second appearing on our results screen. I don't know what it is on yours. It's very, very close anyway. Congratulations on that, and thanks for chatting to us at the end as well.
Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. Great racing from the team, and we'll take this on to the next round.
Hey, real quick, Joe.
Absolutely.
Real quick.
Next week at Las Vegas. Joe Nordine, the winner tonight here from Daytona in the Ironman 200. What a great run and what a great finish. Ahead of Jaden Bogner in the end, who finishes in second place. Jaden, welcome in. Congratulations on a second place finish, but how are you feeling after that to have come so close but yet so far from a race win tonight at Daytona? Jaden, are you with us?
He's
can
muted.
See you on mute at the moment. Nope.
Jaden, nope. He's on mute now.
Okay, so we'll have to give him another go in a moment. Let's bring Steve Cunningham in as well, shall we? With a third place finish tonight. Steve, welcome in. Congratulations on gaining 22 places and getting up to a third place finish. That's the second most places gained by anybody. And to be honest, we didn't see too much of you until that very last restart there. Did see bits and bobs, but on that last restart, you found yourself up towards the front, getting in a good result. Just how was the race for you tonight?
Yeah, it was sort of, up and down. It was definitely confusing. My spotter, they said I was clear, so I was caused an incident there. So I'll have to fire that guy. And then if I had a rock, I'd bust him upside his head. But but he said I was clear. I wasn't clear. Took somebody out, and then the other incident, I think, because of the damage that I had, under caution, I didn't have any brakes, so I kind of got a little scuff there, but they got me all fixed up, and I just, played my cards and patiently moved to the front.
What are you hoping for from this season as a whole? Daytona's weird, of course, in the way that it works and the way that the results can happen here. So, I understand this might not be representative. You might be hoping for more this season, but what are you hoping for from the O'Reilly Series this time around?
Well, it depends. I just have to see what tracks we got coming up next, and I'm definitely going to be trying to do a little more strategizing with all of these incidents this time around. Maybe I might float in the back like I did like I was forced to do this time. It sort of played out well.
Well, congratulations on taking the third place here tonight and gaining so many places, 22 places all the way up to third. And thanks for chatting to us at the end, Steve, as well.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks very much. That's Steve Cunningham. No relation to Jim, as we've already established. Third place tonight from Daytona. That's quite a big crash at the end, wasn't it?
Oh, my
Couldn't
gosh.
see that for time. Anyway, let's try it again with Jen Bogner, shall we? Oh, just what's going on there? Just I tried to drag him in. He's gone.
Yeah, you can. You've wrecked him tonight. I see how it is.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, now I really need to go see the after crash there from Cunningham. That was a pretty amazing after crash, if I'm being honest. So let's go back to full speed here, and let's ride on board with Cunningham just for one last little entertaining moment before we sign off here.
I'm not sure how he came to such a stop so soon after the line, by the way. He was already being tipped around, that'd be right.
Yeah.
Zachary Tyler's flashing through screen there, and somebody approaching very, very quickly. Wait for it. Waiting quite a while.
Yeah, he's just sitting there for a while, and then
and then gets powered into by a couple of drivers right at the end there. Yeah.
it looked much more. I don't think it's over because it looked much more entertaining what I saw. Really, that's it? That's kind of disappointing. It looked much better on the other replay. All right, man. We knocked that one out. Daytona in the books. Round one.
Absolutely. That's the first round complete here. The Ironman 200 here from Daytona. And it is a victory for Joe Nordine by 1/1000th of a second. What a race it was. What a finish it was as well, just in front of Jaden Bogner, who ends up in second. We'll roll on, of course, next week to Las Vegas, the second round of this i2i Motorsports O'Reilly Series. We'll be live with it each and every week until June the 20th. Now, we do have a week off in the middle of May, but and at the start of April, actually. But other than that, we're racing every week between now and then. So make sure you join us. It's going to be a lot of fun throughout the season here on Motormouth Broadcasting. I've been Lee alongside Jim Cunningham here on this broadcast. Until we see you next week in the second round of the i2i Motorsports O'Reilly Series, it's goodbye for now.